This is a gas furnace which is designed to put out about 80% of its capacity into the house. 20% it goes up the chimney. But to determine if a furnace is efficient or not, a lot of times we have to what we call clocking the meter, where we use a gas meter over here. This gas meter set up in a way to measure the volume of gas in cubic feet. And they have different dials on it, and the dials are used to measure different capacities. Starting with the very largest dial, of course, for residential, we would never use that. It's for 1,000,000 cubic feet. It may be a lifetime before this dial actually move over 1. But just go all the way through, you can see it dropping down to 1,000, all the way down to 2 cubic feet, down to 1/2 cubic feet. Typically, to determine if we're going to clock a meter to find out the capacity in cubic feet, we use the 1/2 foot meter, because this is a revolution that we will probably see. In a cubic foot of gas, it is 1,000 BTUs per cubic feet. So if we're going to clock a meter, we're not going to stay there for an hour and clock the meter to see how much it would burn in 1 hour. So what we would do is use a stopwatch or a watch with a second hand, so we can measure a predetermined amount of time to see how much the meter will move, and use that as a measurement. So we're going to start up the piece of equipment and the furnace, and we're going to notice these dials move. Probably the only one we're going to notice will be the 1/2 foot dial, which is only reading 1/2 cubic foot every minute as it goes through. So we're going to clock it and see what happens. Now, this is a 1/2 foot dial, 2 feet, 1,000 feet, 10,000, 100,000, and 1,000,000. And the equipment is about to start, and we will notice as it's running. Now, we can use this for very small furnaces, even up to very large. The equipment just started, and we just saw the 1/2 foot dial operating. And to do this, we need to be very accurate. We're going to use a second hand on this. When it gets to 12, we're going to start the timing, see how many revolutions it makes. So just start it at 12, and it's moving. And this furnace, it's a very small furnace, so it's not going to really produce very much, but it will be able to recognize how much gas we use in a predetermined amount of time. So as we run this, it's about 25 seconds, and it moves probably about 1/4 of a full turn. The main thing about clocking the meter, you have to be very accurate. Precise amount of time in seconds, and a precise number of revolutions for every dial of turn. So far, it's almost 1 full turn in 1 minute. It's down to last 3 seconds. Now we stop there. It had made about a 3/4 turn from the beginning. Since it's a 1/2 cubic foot, a 1/2 cubic foot is 500 BTUs. 500 BTUs in a minute. So all we need to do is multiply that the number of minutes in an hour, and that will give us the total capacity of this furnace.